cultural interchange. Greetings and salutations. Huge ass burn. Now I get it. Huge ass burn. Oh. Haha. It was during a presidential press conference that President Kennedy received the news that the United States had successfully launched a chimpanzee into space. The President interrupted the press conference to announce the event to the assembled reporters. This chimpanzee who was flying in space took off at 10:08. He reports that everything is going perfectly and working well. Just thought that was a bit of an odd one. Beasts of the Banks. Written and illustrated by Isis. Strangely enough.
Priest, Father Albedo. He said the die was cast.
What are you talking about?
He said I'd never leave these islands.
For the rest of our lives, aren't we, pilot? Traveling to these God-cursed heathens for the rest of our nut-eating lives. How long will that be? When all they talk about is war, war, war. Answer me, pilot.
Yes, Vic, now shut up.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Hey, I'm talking to you, you stupid bitch. What's the idea of moving me stuff around? Ronald. What? That young man on television last night. That's him. Ronald Reagan. I'm trying to think of his name all day. How could you forget him? He's the president. Oh, no. Didn't like him playing that part. Well, he doesn't look anything like him, does he? Was a good cowboy, though. Hey, what's she on about? Oh, forget it, stupid old bitch. Talking about come on, bitch. Hey, we're talking about the President of America, aren't we? Ronald Reagan? Oh, no, like that's only the part he plays on television. Oh, it's the truth. Imagine him in the White House. Everybody wearing six-shooters.
In such a simple way. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Earth is flat. I don't know. I don't know if the Earth is flat. I don't know if the Earth is round. I don't know. Much like, well, let me get to this first. We're going to do if this, then that. Okay? Like we do with everything else. Consider it just a simple exercise. Now, when I first heard this ridiculous, stupid, admittedly backwards idea that the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat? What are you, what are you, a moron? This is what I thought. This is what I thought. Well, it didn't start that way with me. It actually started, I was listening to Crow 777, Crow Triple Horn, talking in his lunar wave, and, I saw what he was talking about. There was a definite thing that came across, and I said, okay, well, that's odd. So what? It's odd. Whoop-de-doo, so it's a little strange. So I watched his videos, his many thousands of hours. Okay, I didn't watch thousands of hours, I admit. I watched videos that planted a seed of doubt in my mind as to whether or not the moon was behaving properly. It was that simple. I mean, nothing, I didn't think, oh my God, the Earth's flat. No, nothing like that. What occurred to me was, something's wrong with the moon. Something's going on with the moon. That's what got me started.
Don't you call me stupid? I know a lot more than you do. I bet you don't know why the weather's gone all funny, do you? Do you, eh?
Oh, go on,
it's a bloody box that is shaking all the earth about. That's what it is. Look, here's the Earth and here's the moon.
Give me those.
I'm trying to explain something.
Hey, Eddie, come and give us a hand, will you?
And we've stuffed up our orbit and the moon's not shadowing us anymore. And that's why the weather's gone all funny. You didn't know that, did you? Did you?
And of course, in the sidebar over here, on YouTube, you get all this suggestions pop up.
I hope you can hear me. I was just looking for a particular episode. My lady's watching this as well, so I just typed in that. So I watched that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Appropriate? I don't think so. What's with those lips and the children? Just after I'm watching that one. It is all highly inappropriate, isn't it? Just what the hell is going on? I'll be back.
You know, I think they think you'd like to watch this, they think you'd like to watch that. Well, at this point, I didn't have a channel, I didn't have an account, I didn't have any of that. I was just watching videos, right? So, and I always clear my cache when I'm done browsing, so random stuff would pop up. So I guess me and Jazz in some ways had a very similar introduction in that respect. I watched a lot of Crow myself, and listened to a lot of it, shall I say. I hope you enjoyed the little Prison Cell H clip there. There's a couple of presents I got for Christmas. The obligatory family joking about my bad belly. Mad science. There's a couple of weird stories in that. I'll share them with you at some point. This rather old un-PC book, Forced Cultural Interchange.
5 plagued years. And the rest are miserable lives. These black-eyed That's what they are! Monkeys! Staring at you! Can't stand to look at them anymore!
So yeah, Anne Cleveland, It's Better With Your Shoes Off. Just a slice of life in Japan back then. Hanako-san, the master. Oba-san, the housekeeper. Miss West and friends, Master West, Mrs. West. It's not cool though. But I do like all these old things, these old little books and pamphlets. Now there's more than one JFK quote I want to read you here. But just for those who are interested, I've got this old angling magazine as well, which is a bit odd, since no one knows what the game I'm playing at the moment, which I'll just add a little clip on here. There is a reason for this one, I'll show you next. Very bizarre, hey? But yeah, so just a couple of quotes, okay? Now, if you don't know when JFK was shot, go and look it up. There are a couple of odd ones from just before he was shot. Here's one of them from November the 8th at the Protestant Council of New York, 1963. I also regret very much that another honoured guest of this dinner on a previous occasion is not with us tonight. I follow his career with more interest than he might imagine. In his quest for the presidency, Governor Rockefeller follows the examples of other distinguished New Yorkers: Wendell Willkie, Thomas Dewey, Richard Nixon, and I wish him some margin of success. Just in case you want to read it, I don't know if that's going to come up actually. I do apologise about this. And yeah, I just lost that other page. But we'll find it, don't worry about that, and I'll edit this bit out. There's a nice one from here. Introducing astronaut Alan J. Shepard. We have with us today the nation's #1 television performer, who I think on last Friday morning secured the largest rating of any morning show in recent history. And I think it does credit to him that he is associated with such a distinguished group of Americans whom we are all glad to honour today. His companions in the flight to outer space. So I think we'll give them all a hand. They are the tanned and healthy ones. The others are Washington employees. I also want to pay a particular tribute to some of the people who worked in this flight. Robert Gilruth, who was director of the Space Task Force Group at Langley Field. Walter Williams, the operations director of Project Mercury. The NASA Deputy Administrator, Dr. Hugh Dryden. Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Jr. And of course Jim Webb, who is head of NASA. Most of these names are unfamiliar. If the flight had not been an overwhelming success, these names would be very familiar to everyone. That was at the Washington ceremony honouring astronaut Alan Shepard Jr. on May the 8th, 1961. At the Inter-American Press Association, Miami Beach, Florida, November the 18th, 1963. I'm very proud to be here tonight. I'm particularly interested in the fact that two of our distinguished guests are former Prime Ministers of Peru and are now publishers of newspapers. It does suggest to those who hold office that when the time comes that if, as they say in the United States, if you can't beat them, join them. And we'll do this last one from March 21st, 1963. There was a question to the President, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. President, Senator Margaret Chase Smith has proposed that a watchdog committee be created. What is your reaction? President Kennedy. To watch congressmen and senators? Well, that will be fine, if they feel they should be watched. Yeah, we'll see. Now the other one, I'll try and have a quick look for it. It was about, I believe I lost the page. Okay, I'll try and find that in a minute. Got that. Let's come to my little laptop. Say hello, Jazz. Thanks, Jazz. It was to do with Telstar Communications. So I will find it for definite. So I had a little Google up of Telstar, whatever that was all about. Telstar. Okay. First thing that popped into my head, was it the same thing that popped into your head? Zoom, zoom. I don't know. But it does look a little bit like that thing, doesn't it? Eh? Very bizarre. Telstar Communications. Yeah, I'll try and find that that little clip, that little speech clip, and see what it comes up with. But yeah, just some odd things. I got these things for Christmas. There's no mention of any flat Earth experiments in there. There's no Michelson-Morley or Robotham. But there are some spacey ones. Spiders weaving webs in space. Of course, the obligatory pictures on the first couple of pages. Which one am I reading right there? Philosopher's Socks. I think I just read this one, that Wood from Water. They got some odd ones here. Some guy weighing himself, lived in 30 years. Refraction, rainbows. People talking about all this stuff at the minute, aren't they? So yeah, here's our little spacey man. introduction page. We turn the page over, we have another spacey one. If there's any more in these books that people would like to know more about, I might do a little funny one of this one. In some ways, I'm not sure what to say. I had so much to say, I still have. My goodness, so much to say. I'm a little bit concerned though that I did take my own advice and I read some books. I judged some books by their covers. But at the same time, I know I did, and yet some of those books I judged, they're just going through crappy, poorly written chapters of their life. And I have patience, I can wait for them to get to the next better written chapter. And it is hard to see people suffering for no other reason than misunderstanding. Misunderstanding not only each other, but misunderstanding things that are in books, things that people are finding on the internet. People are not joining the dots. Do you understand? There are so many dots, and they are all connected. My family know nothing about what I'm doing. It's better with your shoes off. Anne Cleveland writes books. She wrote this one while she was in Japan, and here I am sitting there watching Shogun. A new game my lady bought me for Christmas as a new side game to do with fishing. It's all just very bizarre. I apologise for not being around in some ways, but you know, other times it's Christmas and family comes first, don't they? I still will not be responding to any comments and things for a couple of days. I do apologise. Any messages, I need a couple of days to sort a few things out, sort myself out, try and get my head around some of the rubbish that's some of the rubbish people are chatting. It's very hard. I don't understand it. People are not searching and seeking far enough, hard enough, well enough. People are like, right, that's it, that's my book. Fuck that, fuck all them. I don't want to know. Don't want to. Nah, I've got my book. I'm happy with that. Yeah, lovely. You know, for some people it's this one. Right, yeah, that's the book for me. Fuck all that stuff. I don't want to know. Don't show me none of this stuff. I've got my book here. I'm well happy. People are happy with that. For myself, I like them all. I like a little bit of it all. You understand? Much love, peace and luck, and I will see you all soon. And just to finish up with a bit of toilet talk, as always. Apparently 33% flush the toilet while sitting on it. Boom boom. finally, when a globehead finds out that the Earth is not a spinning ball and everything they know is lies.
Get back, pilot! Hold yourself, Vic! The monkeys are coming for us!
When it finally sinks in.
Stick 'em up for the bird! Look at that!
What do you mean it's flat? What do you mean it's all lies? Damn it! Just a very quick Kennedy connection. Importance of light in sea fishing by Michael Kennedy. No connection to the Americans, I'm sure. Here's a cute one. Those of us who had difficulty navigating at sea are astonished at the ability to navigate under ice. White House ceremony honouring submarine and Arctic research scientist Waldo K. Lyon, August the 7th, 1962. Nice one. Waldo K. Lyon. Who's that then? So, Waldo K. Lyon. You can just come and Google him, can't you? A few images. Nice little map there. Look, what is going on here? Look, what's all he's doing on here? I don't know. No images of him then. How bizarre. But yeah. Waldo K. Lyon. You can come check him out. Mr. Khrushchev himself, it is said, told the story a few years ago about the Russian who began to run through the Kremlin shouting, "Khrushchev is a fool! Khrushchev is a fool!" He was sentenced, the Premier said, to 23 years in prison, 3 for insulting the party secretary, and 20 for revealing a state secret. I know you are ahead of us in rockets, Mr. Khrushchev, but we are ahead of you in colour television. I would just as soon look at black and white television and be ahead of them in rockets. It's a weird one. Special ceremonies were held at the White House in November 1961 in honour of the 46th Biennial General Assembly of the Union of American Hebrew Congregations. At these ceremonies, President Kennedy received a gift of a sacred Torah. In accepting the Torah, the President turned to the then Secretary of Labour, Arthur Goldberg, who is a trustee of the Union of American Hebrew Congregations, and said, "I'll ask the Secretary of Labour to translate this for me." So maybe it's just the my modern day filthy mind. But we've got a company called Cummins, Alcox, and Dixon and Son. Alcox is bigger and better. Cummins is non-slip. Oh no, just me. What? Just a couple of little things from my little books. 1 shilling and 6pence. So it says here, steel work. A single joist or a complete building? I wonder if they made incomplete buildings as well. Safe grips and holds for difficult fishes. Very cool. And did you know that the tarpon, tuna and black sea bass have been described as the lion, tiger and elephant trinity of the big game angling world? And apparently leeches have 11 pairs of stomachs. That's 11. Well, you can see that. That's beautiful nighttime sea scenery. The waves crashing at the back, the lights swinging around. He's hooking him up while holding on tight. Throw the big old eel. Yeah, lovely picture.